What's the latest and what are we expecting by this afternoon?
Yeah, absolutely, Heidi. It does look like Malaysia is set for its first ever hung parliament. So a lot of deal making happening over the weekend. And as you say, opposition leader Anwar Ibrahim, who at 75 is really trying to clinch his hopes of becoming Malaysia's prime minister, doing a lot of deal making and potentially having to make a deal with BN, the long ruling coalition, which of course was ousted from power in 2018 in that shock defeat before coming back in following the, of course, collapse of the government that upsetted them. But opposition leader Anwar Ibrahim's Pakatan Harapan party, they have 82 out of the 222 seats needed to form government. And then you have the former Prime Minister Muhyiddin Yassin, who's pro-Malay PN, has 73 of the 222 seats needed. Now, both parties need to form an alliance, so they need 112 to get a majority. So a lot of deal-making happening here, and it is going to have to be with the former ruling coalition BN and its caretaker Prime Minister Ismail Sabri Yaakob, who of course has come under pressure for calling this election early. He was trying to capitalise on some of the weakness amongst the opposition, and it now looks like that he and his party could lose this election. Now, it's going to come down to a lot of the states as well, so deal-making happening in the Borneo state of Sarawak, for example, the likes of Sabah as well, as they try to form this majority with 112 seats. We saw about 73% of registered voters come out on Saturday, the 21 million voters coming out, but of course a lot of uncertainty here. And the other thing to mention is that Malaysia's longest-running Prime Minister Mahathir Mohamad, who also was trying to go for his seat and to potentially become Prime Minister, he actually lost his Langkawi seat, so that is ending his political career.
So when it comes to voters, what's their dominant concern now?
Yeah, absolutely, Kathleen. It's all been about the economy. You look at the cost of living in Malaysia rising sharply like it is around the rest of the world. Inflation almost doubling since the start of the year. We have seen some strong economic growth, 14.2% GDP in the last quarter. But you look at the average cost of living, the 1,500 ringgit per month. That's about $329 per month is the national minimum salary. So you have a lot of people really struggling to put food on the table when Malaysia's own central bank said back in 2018 that couples should have 4,500 ringgit a month, 6,500 if they have children. So we've got these inflationary pressures, the rising cost of chicken, for example, Malaysia's favourite meat. And then you can see the uncertainty in the political environment really reflected in the stock market too. The KLCI down 24% from its April 2018 peak. Kathleen, Heidi.